The next best thing is straight stream through live of me making a beat. You can watch everything I'm doing. I'm hiding very little. You know what I'm saying? So it's there. And I think it's fun because making beats live puts me in a completely different mindset, because when I make beats live, I want people to I forgot to do my damn IG story, I'll do it during the break. I ain't tripping. When I make beats live, I'm trying to make it in a way to where I keep viewers interested. You know what I'm saying? So the decisions I'm making is to keep whoever's watching to continue watching. You know what I'm saying? And, if I was making beats by myself, then obviously I don't have to worry about people watching or people being interested or nothing like that. So I don't know. I don't really know like what I would specifically be doing different, but it's definitely a different mind. You know what I'm saying? It's definitely like it's very different from wanting to keep people interested. Like I don't have to worry about that. So I can try things I haven't tried before. I can spend more time on things that I won't necessarily spend time on going live. You know what I mean? I can leave things unmixed longer. That's probably like the main thing I'll probably do. Like if I make beats by myself, I probably won't spend as much time on mixing because I'll be too excited creating ideas. You know what I'm saying? I'll just be like stacking ideas on top of each other and then mixing later. But I kind of like mixing as I make the beats because like when I decide to mix as I make a beat, it's really one to stay interested in the beat because I'm just changing the sound. You know what I mean? Because I've heard these sounds for so long that simply just changing them keeps me interested versus being tired of the sound I've heard over and over. And then also too, it creates room for adding stuff. You know what I'm saying? So I know I used to make beats. I used to like stack stuff and then just mix it enough to stack something else. But I wouldn't like do like a full like sound good mix. You know what I'm saying? Because when I make beats live, as I add on to the beat, I want people to be like, okay, I know what that sound. Okay, that sounds good. All right, yeah, I fuck with that. That's cool. You know what I'm saying? Versus when I make beats by myself, it's like I'll just mix this later. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm just gonna stack everything so that I kind of know what direction I'm going. Then I'll just go back and mix it all later. If somebody was listening to me do that, it might just sound like a whole bunch of sounds stacked on top of each other, and then nobody really knows what's going on. But I kind of question it because I have an ear for like if things are like mixed or whatnot, but I don't think the average person cares. You know what I'm saying? Like I have a question about that. Like I don't know if the average person cares whether it's mixed or not. Now I know that like the average person can tell if something sounds professional or not. You know what I'm saying? Like a lot of people, they can tell if it sounds amateur versus professional. Like if I play like a professionally mixed, you know what I'm saying, Beyonce song, because Beyonce just has great mixes, versus like an amateur R&B artist or rap artist. It's just one's going to sound like, oh, that's professional in a high end studio, and someone else is going to sound like, oh, that was in somebody's bedroom or basement, and they put no effects on it. You know what I'm saying? So I mean, it's easy to tell that, but I don't want to get too specific on like the mixing techniques and whatnot. But I think pretty much like what I'm saying, like what I'm talking about right now is I'll mix a song, right? And I'll mix it to where I feel like everybody's going to agree that it sounds professional. And then I'll forget about it and I'll play it back later, unmixed. And my first impression is I like how it sounds unmixed. I think that's kind of like the confusion I have. The confusion I have is, why is it that sometimes I'll like a raw sound when I first hear it, but then I agree that it sounds better when it's mixed. So it's a little confusing to me because which one do I choose? You know what I'm saying? Do I how do you choose when to keep it raw versus when to mix it straight like that? You know what I'm saying? Like I kind of already know the answer, to be honest with you. But the thing with me is when I keep a mix raw, I get annoyed by the sound. Like I can't play it for too long. But when I mix it, I can play it longer. So that's usually how I make the decisions when I mix. I try to mix it to where it doesn't sound annoying and you can listen to it for a long time versus keeping it raw. You know, especially when you're making a beat, because, you know what I'm saying, I'm going like hour, 30 minutes, hour, 2-3 hours in, and I'm hearing the same raw ass sound banging in my ears. I'm going to be tired of hearing that shit. I'm going to want to turn that shit off. You know what I'm saying? So I think that's just the difference. But the thing that's interesting is when I hear other people's music and they have raw sounds, I'm like, dang, this shit go hard. This shit sound raw. Like I'll specifically like it because it sounds raw and it doesn't sound overly mixed. But it'll still have like a professional mastering touch to it. Like it'll still sound like professionally mastered, but the mix itself will be raw. And you know, I think the question is, how long does that music last? That's the question, because I know that I appreciate it for being raw, but at the same time, I'm not going to want to keep that song on repeat for too long because the raw sound might hurt my ears. Like I might literally just need a break from it. You know what I'm saying? And that'll happen too. Like I'll take breaks from listening to hip hop specifically because I'm just tired of hearing the same drums over and over. I'm tired of hearing the same 808 and hi-hats and shit. So I'll take a break from listening to it. And then when I go back to it, it's like, it feels like a girlfriend I haven't seen in a long time. You know what I'm saying? It's like, dang, you know, I missed you. You know what I'm saying? Welcome home. You know what I mean?